Whether you've been working from home for forever or you're brand new to this because of what is going on in the world right now, you might be finding that actually getting things done while you work from home is a little bit harder than it originally seemed. Am I right? But if you set up your work from home workspace and you get your mindset right, you can actually up your productivity, be happier, and kick that overwhelm to the curb. This is the best place for course creators, digital entrepreneurs, and business owners who are ready to create and launch their profitable online course businesses so they can get the financial security that they've been craving. Now, if that is you, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and be notified every Friday when a new video goes live. In today's video, I'm sharing my best tips and tricks for working from home to keep you productive and, more importantly, to keep you sane. Now, I've been working from home for 4 years now, and boy, can I tell you, I have struggled to figure out how I can get more work done at home without getting distracted. Now, working from home has a lot of benefits. You can work all day in your pajamas, you don't have a commute or stressful coworkers to deal with. But it also comes with a lot of distractions. So let's jump right in. Now, tip number 1 is to keep a designated separate workspace. Now, this can be an office like the one I am in right now, or it can simply be a designated area in another room if you don't have space for a designated office. Now, the whole point of having a separate space is so you can let your brain get into work mode. When you are just sitting in the room where you do everything else in your day, it can send signals to your brain that are very confusing. It doesn't know when it's working or when it should be relaxing. And this can have a bad effect on your work-life balance. You feel like you're not getting balanced, you're not getting enough work done, and you feel like you're not relaxing when you should. So by keeping your workspace to a separate space, and whenever you're in that space focusing on work, and whenever you're out of that space focusing on something else, this can help give you that relief. Tip number 2 is to set up a temporary workspace if you do not have a designated workspace like an office. So if you are living in a tiny apartment, and I was in your shoes for years and years where I had a simple 1-bedroom apartment and I didn't have the luxury of having an office. So if you are in that situation, you can still take advantage by creating a designated temporary space somewhere in your home. Now, this could be at your kitchen table, it could be on your sofa, but whatever you choose, try and pick a place that is low traffic and low distraction. And when you get set up to work in the morning, remember to collect all of the things you need to work. So get your laptop, get your headphones, get your notebook, your pens and papers, and whatever you need. The point is to set up your temporary workspace so you are ready to go, so you don't have to keep going back and forth from different areas of your house and getting distracted throughout the day. It's also a good idea to communicate with the people you live with, so whether that is a spouse or roommates, and let them know that, hey, this is my work day, this is my work area, and if you could please keep it down or avoid disturbing me unless absolutely necessary. And most people are willing to help you out and let you get your work done. So let me know in the comments, do you have a permanent workspace in your home, or are you working with a temporary space? And if you are using a temporary space, do you switch it up or do you work in the same place every day? Now, I do have an office myself, but I do like to switch it up, and sometimes I work from the sofa or the kitchen table just to keep things a little more interesting. Tip number 3 is to minimize your distractions. So if you have a designated workspace like an office, the best thing to do is have your door shut. It separates your workspace from the rest of your living space and keeps noise and distractions out. But if you don't have that, if you're working from a temporary space, a good pair of noise-canceling headphones can really help block out distractions. If you don't have the noise canceling type, just simply having a good playlist of ambient calm music to help you focus can really help keep you on track. Another huge distraction these days for most of us is our phone. So the best option when it comes to your phone is to have it off or in a separate room while you are working. If that isn't an option, you can also put in do not disturb mode, Or if you are the type to get distracted, to end up scrolling through Instagram or going and tweeting on Twitter during work hours, then there is an app that can really help you. So it is called Freedom, and it is an app that will prevent you from going on specific websites, specific apps during your set work days. You can choose when the time limits are, when you can't access these apps, and Freedom will block it to prevent you from getting the best of yourself and wasting time on social media when you should be productive. But if you want more work from home productivity tips and hacks, check out this video where I share the best of the best. Tip number 4 is to treat your body well by getting some ergonomic office furniture. And if you're in pain from having poorly supporting furniture while you're sitting all day, then it can be really distracting and really hard to stay focused when you need to get up and walk around and take a break. So I highly recommend that you invest in, at the very least, in a good ergonomic office chair. Now I have one on the way right now. I have gotten the Ergo 2 from Autonomous, and I cannot wait for it to get here because I am ready to finally treat my body right. Now, if you're working from a laptop, you might also want to get a laptop stand to raise your laptop so it is eye level. Now, this will prevent you from getting tech neck, from having that whole hunched over position that we tend to get when we are working from our laps. And our final tip number 5 is to make your space an inviting place to work. So that means making it yours, making it a place that you like being in, because if you don't like where you're working, you're going to find it harder to stay focused. Now, I used to have my office in an entryway where there was no windows, and I absolutely hated working in the dark. So I have moved my office now into an actual room with lights and windows, and it is so much better for my own productivity. Now, you want to make your space your own, so whatever your style is, but add pieces that will make it yours. Now, adding plants can actually be a really good idea because the color green and being surrounded by nature is actually very calming for most people. Now, as you can see, I've got some plants here in the background. I have them all over my house because I just freaking love them. But adding a couple different plants to your workspace can really help you feel at home. Good lighting is also important if you want to stay awake. Unless you want to be having copious amounts of coffee, good daylight in your space can really help you stay awake and alert and focused. If you are thinking of escaping the 9-to-5 and starting an online business that gives you the financial security that you need and also lets you have a greater impact in the world, then starting an online course business is one of the absolute best ways I know how to do that. And in order to do so, you don't need to go and learn a whole new skill set. You can actually turn your current skills and knowledge into a profitable online course that helps hundreds to thousands of people. So to help you discover your unique expertise, turn it into a profitable course and validate it so that you know it's going to sell after you create it, I have created the Profitable Online Course Idea Starter Kit, which you can grab at the link in the description below. With this guide, you're getting access to my foolproof formula for coming up with a great course idea, testing it with your audience, and creating it knowing for sure that it is going to sell. You're not going to be wasting your time creating something that flops. Also, if you want to join a community of amazing course creators and digital entrepreneurs just like you, I would love to invite you to join my exclusive Facebook group, the Course Boss Club. Now, this is absolutely free, and inside you get access to the whole community, as well as I will be in there every single day of the week, dropping knowledge and sharing my best tips and tricks for growing an online course business in times like these. And you can join that as well at the link in the description below. Check out these videos next if you are ready to take your course business to the next level. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with a friend who could also benefit.